Hi, I'm John and welcome back to my Lair of Action Figures. So today I'm going to be talking about the new figures that Hot Toys has released, and they give us a lot of stuff around Mandalorian and the Grogu movie, and I'm a bit astonished that they're doing this so early in the production. So of course we have this set who's going to come in two versions, deluxe and regular, like they did with the previous ones. Then afterwards we get Grogu and with this little dude over here, and they've teased this one over here, but for now there's no information regarding this one. I know that this one was announced on Sideshow's website for $285, and this one is $240. So let's jump into Grogu. So of course we have our cute little Grogu. So of course let's try to get some sales with it, and of course due to the fact that you made a body for it, it might be very interesting trying to get it and use it as much as you can. So I don't blame you doing it, but again, this is the third one, and do I really need a third Grogu in my life? No, I have the first one, then go for the second one, and yeah, well, afterwards everybody does what they want to do. But again, I'm very surprised that Hot Toys came out so early with these figures. So anyway, let's continue with the pictures. So as you can see, he has this blue macaron from the movie, not from the movie, from the TV show that he stole from the kid when he was at school. Then you have those little detonators on the side, or trackers, can't remember exactly what they are on the side. I think they're detonators or the explosives that are on the belt of the Mandalorian. And of course we do get some extra stuff with his Beskar armored plate, and of course we have this little bracelet that was also featured in the third season, if I'm not mistaken, of the Mandalorian, the one who was garbage of season. So as you can see, he does have plenty of stuff to go around, and if you've seen the trailer, you know that there's a Razor Crest who's back. So I'm kind of surprised that he does not have the little ball that he's always unscrewing in the Razor Quest. So yeah, why not? Anyway, you can see that he has also this. I don't remember if the second one had it, but again, it's seems that Hot Toys has learned the face doesn't look to be has any expressions. You cannot pop out the ears, and there's no extra hand. So what you get is what you see here and nothing more. So maybe this would put that the first one may be better, even if there were some issues around regarding the mouth opening and closing, and some got some tears under the chin, but I only heard that once and didn't see much about it. So I don't know if the lady kind of abused her poor Grogu, and that's why he had a broken chin or the skin teared on it. So yeah, mine is in perfect condition, and like I said, I haven't read anything around. If you have a problem with the first Grogu, let me know in the comments section, because I'll be kind of curious to see what it is, and then we can all talk about it and see what could be done to prevent it. So for the people who don't have it damaged, that they can keep it as long as possible without having damages. So of course you can see that everything that you're getting with the figure, so of course screen accurate, well, I hope so for the price you're charging. Of course the movie is not out, so of course it's going to be hard to say. And of course when I'm looking over here, I don't see much weathering. I guess we will see that later on. Then we have the Beskar plate that he has over here, the detonators, and of course his kind of little sacoche, if we can say like this, to carry around his gear. Of course, here is the different sizes. So I can't remember the one I have, if it's 37.5 centimeters. It's totally possible it is. And of course, here we have the little dude who looks like a Wanko miniatured, and a bit of big eyes, a bit like E.T. I don't know. I really think this guy looks like a Wanko when I'm looking at it. So yeah, let me know in the comment section if you see the resemblance with the Wanko. So of course we do have some extra pictures with these two guys who are teased. So this must be Grogu's team, and of course this one is out, like I said, for $240, and this one over here is kind of announced over here but hasn't been leaked. So of course I mixed up some of the pictures, so we have some. So this guy is called Azalan Droid Smith. So why not? I don't know who's this other guy. Like I said, movie. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go and see it. I guess I will try to go and see it, but that's for future. And I will see if I'm going to be able to go and see it when it comes out, or maybe wait for it to come on Disney Plus. So, as you can see, this is what I was telling you about the hands. It looks like there could be some extra hands by the look of it, or the way that they turned it. But it does not really look like there's much going on for this figure over here. So it's a bit of a disappointment, if we can say like that, for $285. The fact that you only have one kind of set of ears also makes it a bit of a shame, because those ears work pretty fine and they had a magnetic attached and there was no problem with it. Now I can understand that you don't want to open the mouth. That could be a problematic issue over there, but otherwise, yeah. Figures look interesting, so wait and see. Now let's talk about Anzalan Droid Smith. So as you can see, a lot of stuff on him is plastic and molded. Now afterwards, for $240, is that really worth the price for it? Let's talk about it in the comment section. I personally find it a little bit overpriced. Of course, as you can see over here, when you see the marks, the way the body looks, it really looks like a miniature Wanko. I think what Hot Toys, or I should maybe say more, Lucasfilm is trying to make all those little creatures into baby stuff and seeing what sticks and what doesn't stick. So, as you can already see, there is a lot of plastic. I don't see any fabric, no real leather, nothing at all. Who's very surprising for a figure who is a life-size version. So, that's something that is good in the long term, because you know that your plastic will not fall apart like platter. So that's a good thing. Afterwards, over here we have another picture of him talking to his friend that I don't know what's his name. And over here, this does look like some kind of more leathery items. This here is definitely looks plastic to me. But this does not look plastic, and this does not look plastic either. So this is something who's going to be very worrisome if this is not made out of real leather. And again, if you're making it so big, this should be real leather. So let's continue with some of his accessories. So he has a flashlight, and it lights up. Well, I bloody hope so. For $240, it's the minimum that you could do when putting up a little flashlight. Then of course he has some more, this is his kind of welding tool, I guess. So yeah, we have to wait and see. But when I'm looking at this over here, the plastic looks not that good. I mean, I can understand that you want to go for certain things in plastic, but I mean, this doesn't look that great. Let's see when there's going to be future pictures of it, and let's see when the bloggers are going to be posting this up. As you can see over here, this looks to be normally some kind of fabric. Again, I think you could have gone for the fabric. This is an elastic band. So of course, this is something who may deteriorate over the time, of course, depending how you're going to put it, if you're going to put it over him or not. When I'm looking over here, this looks to be attached, molded. I mean, come on, Hot Toys. This should be easy to remove. Even if it's plastic, you could pop it in and out. And the fact that you don't have the pouch who's open, but it's filled up with plastic, looks like some cheap prop that you would buy in a dollar store. Yeah, I must say, pretty disappointed for this figure. I was really expecting something a lot more than what Hot Toys is giving us. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with my assessment on this figure. So let's have a look at the figure that everybody is going to be the most interested in, starting by me. And of course, this is the Mandalorian and Grogu. So of course, like I said, there's a regular version and a deluxe version of this figure. And as you can see, the figure looks pretty amazing, of course. Let's be honest, Hot Toys does improve their figures as they go through, but you can see if you have the previous versions, you're going to be able to see that a lot of the stuff has been reused, and of course this is good for our friends at Hot Toys because they're going to be saving some money. So of course, this is always the problem when you have a new figure coming out like this. It's going to blow this guy out of the water, and it's going to make him obsolete. Now, of course, this one is sold out, and certain of his accessories here are not available, especially the deluxe exclusive version has some extra gear that's maybe not what everybody's interested in, but of course you do have certain parts over here who are not going to be in the new one. And of course, if you go back, you also have the head sculpt, and this one did blow this one away. This one I do have, and I do find that this figure is a pretty neat figure, and I have the deluxe one with the extra accessories over there. So yeah, this one is going to be a hard sell now because Sideshow does have a lot of these guys still in stock, and that means this one is going to become really hard to impossible to sell. So maybe this one's going to be ending up as a free gift with purchase for the Black Friday, and when they do this crazy stuff from November to Christmas, like what they did, or to the end of end of December they did, where they put a lot of this stuff up for free with purchase, and I did take advantage of it, and I do not regret it. So this is the problem when you have a new version who comes out. It pushes back the other ones. Of course, you will always have the people who are like me, who are going to be nostalgic or will want some of the accessories who were with the previous version. So let's go into our new version, and as you can see, the pictures, depending on the pictures, you would have the impression that his armor over here has a matte finish, who's a bit surprising because normally Beskar should be a bit more shiny, but over here it is pretty dark, so I don't know what's going on. Is this the photo? Did they not put enough light onto it? Could be. One of the interesting parts that you will notice that we are getting a new gun who looks to be some kind of a mix with Boba Fett's pistol, but a longer version of it, because you can really recognize this kind of bar at the end with this, part over here. So yeah, this is definitely something that is worth looking into. So here is some, of course, this shows you, depending the light, you can see it gives you a more matte finish or more shiny version. Now what they're calling this is this electroplate finish. Now we already have seen the electroplate finish on a figure that they've just announced, and that's the Silver Surfer. So if this looks as pretty good, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how it works. Of course, when I'm seeing Grogu holding like this, two things come to mind. Is this Photoshop, or is this magnet who's going to be able to attach, and that's the reason why it works in this way. So here we have, of course, a picture of our Din Djarin walking around. I have the impression that they have improved a bit the weathering and the way that the gun looks. This gun looks way better than the one I have with the first Mandalorian that they did like this. So yeah, that's going to be a bit interesting to see. And again, you can really see, depending how they take the pictures, the armor is not shiny at all. So this is something I'm kind of wondering about, because over here you can see that the armor is super shiny, and like I've seen the other pictures, I know that there's not two different armors that you can velcro on it. Of course, there's the stand that I do not like. Then you get this big ass knife over here. This is, guess it's going to be something we will see in the movie, because I don't remember seeing it in any of the 3 seasons of The Mandalorian. So of course we're going to get, like always, the head sculpt of Pedro Pascal, who's a nice add-on who was missing on the one I purchased, and then you got it in the second one. So of course you can see that they did a pretty good job, and of course, contrarily to the second Mando that they did, who didn't have the separate rolling eyeballs, this one does have it. So it would be interesting to see if we can pop off this head and put it on the other two Mandalorian figures if you have them. So that would be something very interesting to be able to have a look at. I do like the fact that they haven't aged him a bit, because let's say he's getting older also, and I guess they must have tainted his hair for the show. So it's pretty good that he does not have any grey hair, because then if this head is compatible with the other versions of the Mandalorian, then you will be able to put it on and swap it in, and you can put it for season 1, 2 or 3 or the movie. That's pretty good, and I find that very interesting as a part, because this is wherefore I'm kind of very interested in this version. So here are the, how do you call it, the extra equipment that you get with it and the effects. And if you have the older figures, you will recognize the flame over here, you will recognize the rifle, the pistol he has, this knife over here, this is also here, and the two new weapons that he has are these two over here. So this is what you get with the regular version of Grogu and the Mandalorian. So as you can see, you get a few hands over there. Again, these are, I bet, exactly the same ones that you got on the previous versions. And like I said, it looks like he does strap on or have this kind of magnet attached over there. So let's have a look at our deluxe version. So as you can see, we have the pram over here. So if you've seen the trailer, the second one, you can see that this pram is stolen from, well, let's say, was abandoned, and of course Grogu decides to take it, and they go rampaging around with it. So let's have a look at the pictures. So of course it is nice having a little pram like this to go with it, and this means we're going to be getting an extra version of Grogu. So of course the figure does look pretty amazing. This finish that Hot Toys has done. Cannot wait to see the real version or the final version, or even when we are going to be getting the pictures from the bloggers when this figure is going to be coming out. Cannot wait to see it. This figure looks pretty cool. Now I'm betting, and this is going to be this big problem, as you can see, this is going to be a huge issue. So if you have the previous Mandalorians, you will know that the posability of the figure is pretty hard due to the fact of the thickness of the fabric who's here makes the figure not very posable. So I hope they manage to course correct it on the third version of the Mandalorian. So let's see. Here is, of course, a picture of the pram. As you can see, it does come with a basic stand, and I do find that a bit disappointing, because in the trailer he seems to be doing some pretty crazy stuff and flying this thing super fast. So I would have liked to have maybe a stand who gives you a possibility to give him a more dynamic than flying in a straight line. That would have been pretty nice on the behalf of Hot Toys. So here's a close-up. As you can see, yeah, this is definitely, everything is molded in place. So this is like the other one you got with the pram. So you would get a Grogu that you could pose outside, and then you had a Grogu who was molded especially to fit the pram. So here is some more stuff out here. So you have a deluxe version on the deluxe version of our friend Grogu with the plate. So it looks like you're getting 3 Grogus for the price of 1. Yay! Of course, you have some more pictures of the pram, and I am kind of surprised that they didn't go with a light up. Now I understand that they abandoned the battery system, but this would have been a nice little gadget to have some lights shining out from here. Would have made a bit of a difference, and I think that would have been pretty cool on the behalf of Hot Toys to do something like this. Especially this one is going to cost at least $30 to $40 more than the regular version. Now coming into some teasing, because Hot Toys is very good at this, and as you can see, we are getting a snowtrooper. So I'm kind of curious to see this figure, and of course if you look up over here, you can see it does not have this white cloth over it, and we saw this in the trailer of the Mandalorian, the second one, where he's flying on a AT-AT, getting into it and shooting up and fighting like a corridor fight, who seems to be the new thing that every Star Wars character needs to be doing now. So as you can see, yeah, this is a tease. So the question is this guy going to go up for pre-order soon, or are we going to be getting this guy going up for pre-order for May the 4th? So here is everything that we get with the deluxe figure, and as you can see, you have a Grogu over here, you have the Grogu here, and by the looks of it, this looks to be molded on the figure. So I'm guessing that you're going to get this one, plus this one. So like I said, a 3-in-1. Of course, you get all the different accessories that were seen previously with this one. So yeah. I guess if I'm going to go for one, it's going to be the deluxe version, because when I was a distributor and I had a shop, nobody was buying the regular versions. The only time that happened is because somebody did a mistake on their pre-order, and that was a shop who pre-ordered the regular version, and I think he had to take the regular version because when he realized that he did the mistake, he tried to change it, but Sideshow did not let me modify my order for it, and I don't blame them because nobody wants the regular version. Those things seem to sit on the shelves, or let's call them what they should be, peg warmers. So let me know, are you going to buy any of these figures? Are you interested in the 1/1 scale figures that Hot Toys has done? Did you purchase the previous Yodas? Did you have a problem with the mouth opening on the first version of Yoda? Let me know in the comment section. Also, are you planning to get this one, or did you get the previous versions and you're happy with it, or are you going to pick up this one to add to your collection? Let me know in the comment section, and let's start a conversation around our favorite hobby. So that's going to be it for my review, and of course my thoughts about the new Mandalorian figures that Hot Toys has just announced. If you like this kind of video, please leave a like, share, comment in the section. If you have any suggestions, let me know also in the comment section. If you want to go and check out some pictures, I did some pictures of the Mandalorian and Grogu that I did. I also did some shorts, so if you want to go and check them out, you can find them, of course, in the link in the description if you're going to Facebook for those pictures, and Instagram. And of course, in my shorts, I did a few shorts with the second version of the Mandalorian and the Pram. Also, something new that I have added in the description of this video, there's a link to Sideshow's website. So the link, if you go and purchase a figure from Sideshow, you're going to be going there using my link, and it'd be like if you were referred by me, and what it does not change anything for you, but for me it gives me some points, and in that way it's a win for me, because this is a way for you to support the channel without having to pay any money or do anything, because I have no intention of creating a Patreon or any kind of a special subscription to get extra money. If a company is willing to put in some money like Sideshow, so that I can put a link for, it costs me nothing, it costs you nothing, and at the end of the day I win and you help my channel grow and flourish like this, it's a win for everybody. So go and check it out, and that would help a lot. So that's going to be it, and of course what's left to do is to wish you have a fantastic day, and of course I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye!